Happy Sunday, y'all. Before I speak about Gypsy and some more stuff, I want to show you guys the ladies that purchased the sweatshirts from me through my YouTube shop or Fourth Wall. Look how beautiful they look. And I want to show this in the beginning because I keep forgetting to show this at the end. This is Rachel. Look. I love it. Look at her makeup. I love this shirt. It's so cute. And the fact that it warms my heart. It really does. Thank you so much. And this is Sarah. Look, she has the sweatshirt on. I'm living for this. You guys have no idea. Look at her mascara though. Like, it's popping. But I'm going to show you guys the back of it. This is the back. So it has like my little logo on the back of it. So cute. And I was so happy that they showed it to me. I did order it. I ordered that, like some other stuff with my logo on it. But I was really happy to see them with it on. And I would have never, like a year ago or 2 years ago, I would have never thought someone would have wanted a shirt with like one of my sayings on there. So it really warms my heart to see them purchase it and wear it. So I appreciate you guys so much. All right, y'all. So Gypsy was on a live last night and she said that she did not call my job and get me fired. I got fired because I was a bully. And somebody from my job said that I messaged her and said I was a bully too. And that's how I got fired from my job. Okay? That's what she said. Isn't that ironic that that's what she says after one of Bree's former classmates said that she was a bully and she had been a bully all her life. One thing about me is I have never and never will be a bully. I wasn't that in school. I wasn't that at work. And the fact that Gypsy says she's been keeping it quiet, but she's known all this time because she told the lady she wasn't going to out her. And it just so happened I was a bully. Now that I created Gypsy content, come on now. Anyway, I digress. I just thought it was really funny. What I also just think it's really funny how you see they're like amping up all of the stuff that they're doing right before the show. I think they're really trying to get creators to really back down. So this season will be a really good one for her. But I'm going to keep my foot on the gas, baby. I don't never let up, okay? One thing about me is I will keep going until the job is done. Nicholas GODEJOHN needs justice. And Gypsy and Bree, I don't give a damn about what you guys say. Y'all lie so much that you can't even keep your lies together. Y'all got let me take the girl's name out of my mouth. Y'all got that girl up here lying, saying I said the F word towards the LGBTQ community. I don't say words like that, okay? Only y'all are derogatory over there. I speak the truth. I don't say stuff like that because that's a community I love. They are humans just like everybody else. I don't have a problem with what people love or who they love. That is their business and not mine. They are people and I treat everybody like people. So for you to get up there and lie and say, I said that word, and other people are saying, no, Nina never said that. Even people that don't like me shows the level of lies that y'all go to. Y'all are weird. Nobody does that but y'all. Gypsy tried to get on the TV acting all sweet. Girl, everything that's done in the dark will come to light. You could do whatever, but karma is going to spin the block. And I keep saying, I'm one of God's favorites, and you think it's a joke, you will never be able to really mess with me. No matter what you say or do, I am always going to be good. So you do you, and I'm going to do me. Okay? Furthermore, y'all, Gypsy out here acting a fool, so now Casey Anthony decided to bring her ass up on this internet Y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this. I couldn't even believe it when I saw it. Hear me, saw it. Saw it. Child. Casey Anthony brought herself on his internet. Y'all, look, hold your wig caps down. Okay? Hold your lashes down. And make sure your hair is in a ponytail because everything gonna fly right off. Okay? 2025, this is what we doing. Casey Anthony is an advocate for herself and her daughter.
Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011. And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Sadie Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people.
What on
to
earth?
Give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to. So with that, please join me on Substack. If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly.
The question is, why would you hire
and it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters. One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people need to step up, myself included. So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at it as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008. You
can't make this up.
With that, these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car. And I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures. It's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am.
I can't even watch this whole video because this is really upsetting. Because as a mom, to see what has transpired and for her to get on a platform and say she's a legal advocate. What is happening? What are we doing? There's no way that you can tell me that this is okay. Her poor baby is laying in a box. 6 feet under. And you have the audacity to come on here and say you are a advocate for yourself and her. Read the room. Read the room. Between Casey Anthony, Gypsy Rose, like 2025, what are you doing? What are you doing? We told you to come in here, take a seat, and act like you got some sense. In 2025, you acting like you don't got no sense. Because how do you give these types of people a platform? It is beyond me. I don't even know what to say, but I know watching that is so disturbing, and I can't be the only one that feels that way. Drop your comments down below. Y'all, this Diddy stuff is really wild. I need y'all to see this. But what's really gonna blow your wig cap back is this Epstein list stuff. Child. Y'all, this has been the craziest month, and it just started. Listen, I feel like we really need to buckle up because I feel like our wig caps are going to blow right back this next couple of months. The fact that Casey Anthony is out here, Gypsy is out here acting a donkey. Then we got this Diddy and this Epstein stuff going on. Anyway, y'all watch this. Let me know what y'all think because I honestly have no words.
The Epstein files that were released today aren't even all of the files. I'm sure a lot of you have seen, just like I have, the independent journalists that went to the White House were given the Epstein files in these binders called the Epstein Files Phase 1. Now, a bunch of independent journalists are the ones that got their hands on these Epstein files first before any media got their hands on it. But inside this binder called the Epstein File Phase 1 was a letter from Pam Bondi to Director of the FBI, Kash Patel. In this letter, she is explaining how there are thousands of documents the FBI never sent her, including audio and video and so much more of the Epstein files. So Pam Bondi said, "Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my request and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we have received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office out of New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and the indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn about this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all recordings, documents, audio and video recordings, and materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients, regardless of how such information was obtained. There will be no withholdings or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of victims and in accordance with the law, as I have done my entire career as prosecutor. I am also directing you to conduct an immediate investigation into why my order with the FBI was not followed. You will deliver to me a comprehensive report of your findings and propose personal action within 14 days. I appreciate your immediate attention to this important matter, and I know that we are both committed to transparency for the American people, and I look forward to continuing to work with you to serve our president and our country. I really am hoping we get transparency and we get this full release of this Epstein list, and it has actual names with what these people have actually done. But on top of just getting these names, these people need to be held accountable by law. And honestly, if the FBI was holding back all of these documents, just imagine what documents are probably not even there. Because of all of this mess, I really don't think that we are actually ever going to see everybody's name that was involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Nor do I think that those people will ever be held responsible for what they've done. But I don't know, I'm still following all of this like I know many of you are, but I just thought this was crazy. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Diddy was just hit with a new lawsuit from Sarah Rivers from Making the Band. And this is one of the biggest lawsuits I've ever seen. It's 140 pages long, and it names so many defendants like Farnsworth Bentley, Diddy's mother Janice Combs, MTV, Paramount, Universal Music Group, and so much more. Sarah Rivers, who is also known as Sarah Stokes, back during Making the Band, has sued Diddy for $60 million in this mega lawsuit. And she lays this lawsuit out with every single season and every single episode of everything Diddy has done, and she tags YouTube videos for each episode that she's talking about. She is alleging that Diddy put her and her bandmates through all of this mistreatment just to be content for millions of people to watch on TV. And this is also why she added MTV to this, because she's saying that they should be held responsible in the same regard as Diddy for doing this. Sarah alleges that Diddy acted maliciously and reckless with her career by publicly dismantling the group while pocketing all of the money from the show. And she's saying it's not just Diddy that should be held responsible for all of the mistreatment that her and the members of Making the Band had to go through. She is also saying that MTV, Viacom, several ex-Bad Boy employees, including Diddy's mother Janice Combs and his ex-assistant Farnsworth Bentley. And in this huge, massive 148-page lawsuit that details all of the horrific allegations that Making the Band went through, she does have a small part in there where she said that she was SH'd by Diddy. The part about Farnsworth Bentley I'm really interested in, because now that means Farnsworth Bentley is about to have to talk about Diddy. In Sarah's lawsuit, I told you how she breaks down every single season, every single episode, and things that happened in each episode. Season 2, episode 3, there was an episode that was called Farnsworth Bentley. She said, in this episode, the world was introduced to defendant Farnsworth Bentley, represented as a former butler who turned executive for Diddy and Bad Boy Entertainment. She said Diddy ended up giving Farnsworth Bentley the title of tour manager, despite her and the group not even being on tour because they were on lockdown and had to create an album. She admitted that Farnsworth Bentley admitted to being appointed to be in the house to watch the group by Diddy. She said that Farnsworth Bentley moved into the home with her and the group, and defendant Harvey Pierre told Farnsworth Bentley to go into overdrive with the group. And she alleges that Farnsworth Bentley told them that nobody could leave the house and he would have them up rehearsing till 1 a.m. in the morning. And that's not all when it comes to Farnsworth Bentley. Sarah Rivers is also talking about the fact that Farnsworth Bentley appears on the band's album Too Hot for TV when he never auditioned and was never a member of the group. She believes that Farnsworth Bentley got some of the money that rightfully belonged to the members of Making the Band. And she alleges throughout this that they were really never paid for the TV series or their albums. And Farnsworth Bentley is on their album Too Hot for TV. He is on the track Cheers to Me, Mr. Bentley, which is the interlude. So now it's looking like we might be hearing from Mr. Farnsworth Bentley. Now, Sarah Rivers alleged that Diddy intimidated, threatened, and made a hostile work environment. She said defendants BM and MTV would film Diddy making physical threats to group members. Defendant Diddy threatened to eat the face of one person and off another. Diddy would allegedly often yell and ridicule Sarah, especially during the times where she sought out to redress the issues that she was facing in the group. She said that the aggressive behavior and the constant threats made by Diddy and the lack of responses from BM and MTV made her fear for her safety. And she talks about a lot of Diddy's mistreatment through all 3 seasons. And the one I'm sure you guys remember most notably, when Diddy made them walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn in the winter to get him a piece of cheesecake. She said that Diddy would not allow the group to move into their home until they paid their dues. Paying their dues included all group members, males and females, to share one hotel room with 2 beds and walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn across the Brooklyn Bridge to get cheesecake from Junior's restaurant. Diddy told the group they could walk to Brooklyn to get the cheesecake or they could go home. And I'm not saying allegedly because this is something that we all watched on TV. Diddy yelled at the whole group saying it's not easy, and he runs. When the group was contemplated on going home because they could not comprehend complying with such an outrageous request to walk from Manhattan to Brooklyn, an assistant of Diddy, only identified as Akil, tried to convince them to comply with Diddy's request and walk to Brooklyn to get the cheesecake. The group was forced to walk over 10 miles, taking between 6 and 8 hours from Manhattan to Brooklyn in the cold New York climate in order to comply with Diddy's outrageous and negligent demand. Sarah and the group were still walking back from Brooklyn well after 2:30 a.m. Diddy and MTV had a reckless disregard for the health and safety of Sarah, forcing her to comply with such an outrageous and unreasonable request, simply because she was a member of a group chosen by Diddy on defendant MTV's television show. She said when they finally made it back with that cheesecake, Diddy was no longer there and they were sent back to their 1-bedroom hotel room. She even adds in there what we all saw, Diddy saying that it wasn't initiating or hazing, but in the music industry, you have to do a bunch of stuff that you don't want to do. Diddy ended the episode referring to the upcoming days as Hell Week, where he would continue this episode about this cheesecake, and then to further illustrate his point, Diddy made the group wash cars for free at a private car establishment. While they are washing these cars, Diddy arrives and tells them no more eating as a further punishment because the group dared to be enjoying their endeavor. Sarah Rivers wants everybody to be held accountable, whether it's MTV, Viacom, Paramount, Janice Combs, Diddy, Farnsworth Bentley, Harvey Pierre, and so many more still that I haven't even named. This is one of the biggest lawsuits I've honestly ever read in my life. It probably took me a good 3 hours to even get through it all. But I will add this whole lawsuit over on my Patreon at GODEJOHN'S if you are interested in reading the whole entire thing, because honestly, I think there is a lot of good information and you literally see it all season by season. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Somebody go get Kanye's mama. I did not see that. Do y'all see that? I did not see that coming. I didn't see that coming. Kanye, why you out here acting a fool? Somebody go to the site, dig her up, and ask her to pay her son a visit, because the way this man is wilding out here on the internet or the world, TMZ spotted him and he got that, that shirt that we did not see. Okay? I'm just saying, somebody go get that boy's mama, because this is just not making any sense. This man has daughters and sons, and he is up here on the internet with that shirt that I did not see. Like, child, somebody go get that man's mama. This is Kanye. Why you out here acting like this? Your mama would lose it. Y'all, Khadijah is here on YouTube and y'all need to follow her because her content's really good. I don't use all of her content, and I think she's a really good person to watch, especially with current events with like Diddy and Epstein and stuff like that. She's very thorough and I love her content. Obviously y'all could see that. But child, did y'all see Kanye out here acting the plum fool? I did not see that coming. I need y'all to see this. Y'all like Kanye ain't never been right. Somebody needs to get his mama up out of the cemetery, because the way this boy be acting, child, he need her. Y'all need to watch this documentary on Tubi. It's Epstein Didn't Kill Himself. Now, you see they put it in quotations because they're really saying that he did, and that everyone that believes that he didn't is a conspiracy theorist. I think that is so crazy because based on everything they've presented, including the amount of politicians that was involved in this, how could they think it's a conspiracy theory? I don't think he had a reason to want to unalive himself because he wasn't going to be in there that long. So I don't really understand why they keep saying this. And I know they're trying to gaslight the public, but I also think what's very interesting is recently this list was supposed to drop, but the feds won't release it. What do y'all think about that? Because the reality is this. Child, I don't know. But I just think that this is really crazy. And the fact that they were saying it was a conspiracy, I just have a really hard time believing that it is a conspiracy. I'm sorry. And I'm pretty sure most of you would agree with me. Look, don't get the messenger, honey. Okay? Watch it and let me know what you think.